Hi, this is one of the many videos that we have in our how-to series. This particular video is the how to use the change roster area. Now before we dive in, just wanted to say that the reason why this is a separate video along with the clients area is the appointment book already goes for about 9.5 to 10 minutes, and this video will probably go for something similar. So we didn't want to make the appointment book video drag on for 20 odd minutes. So we've broken those three particular areas up. So with that being said, let's dive in. So anything to do with changing a staff member's hours, whether you're rostering them off, rostering them on, making the hours shorter, longer, lunches, meetings, anything like that, you press the change roster button. So obviously dark is when someone's not working, but you'll know. Light is when someone's working. If you wanted to change any of those hours, you can select the staff member. You can then either type in their start and finish times. You just need to keep it in 24-hour time and press change hours. Or you can select the staff member and drag, and you'll see on the right-hand side here the actual hours that you're selecting. Once you're happy with that, you can press change hours. Alternatively, if you wanted to change those hours and roster someone off, select the staff member, press roster off. Staff member, roster off. Now, working hours is the permanent hours for it. It's like the infinite loop for the appointment book for that particular staff member. So you press the working hours button, so you can set their hours for whatever days they work as an infinite loop. You can go change, you can type inside here. And again, just keep the hours 24-hour time. If you press that day plus, it'll just give you like an automated time. And if you press the snooze button, it will make them all go zeros. So if we've got, let's do something like that. If I was to press save and exit, once you're happy with it, you'll see it'll actually give you those hours through in the book. So the next few options, I'm going to skip the roster changes. I'll swing back to that. So time off and meetings are very similar. If you wanted to mark a particular staff member out of the book while they're still rostered in for a specific period, you can go time off, and you'll see it's already got the hours there. You can either do it for that specific day on the 12th of the 5th, or you can go select the days up until a certain time period. So I've marked this. So she's rostered on at 9 o'clock, but for whatever reason, she could be busy, whatever the reason may be, she's unavailable until 10 o'clock on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Thursdays. If I press save and exit, you'll see it does all that. Meeting does the exact same thing. The only difference with the meeting is I could put a note. So you can say what the meeting is for. Lunches operate the exact same way, but obviously they will look a little bit different. So a leave day, if I wanted to select Melanie, and if I go leave day, so you can do it again, all these options are the same. You can do it for multiple days until a time frame, or just the one day. You can even type in why she's gone. And it'll basically take up the whole day. If you wanted it to cover it more, it'll do that. So we've gone through time off, leave day, lunch, meeting. So you can use that for like the leaves. You can use that for annual leaves, multiple days, for whatever it is you need to do. Now I'm going to swing back now to the roster changes. So those little edits that we did earlier, you can view them inside here. So you can see any edits that have been made for a particular staff member. And obviously you can then, so if I was to use Laura, she's had a little edit here. Or I can even go Melanie. So we rostered her on between 9 and 7 on the 12th. I can delete it. If I go back, you will see, well, behind that, you'll see that she's now rostered off permanently. Go back to roster changes. We've got Mason on the 12th. He was rostered off, so he was already blank. So if we were to go to, I'll just quickly create another one. So I'm just going to go Reese here, change hours. I go to the roster changes. I think there's already, it's actually good that you've seen this. So if it might not be at the specific top, the reason that will be is because there is more than likely that there's been one for that operator on that same day done earlier down. So you can sort also by day. I mean by date. And if I go to the 12th, I will see there's Reese's there. And I can then delete it. And you'll see he's now gone back to whatever his normal resource, whatever he was booked in for on the permanent loop. So if I go to Reese on the 12th, you'll see there is normal hours. So it's a little bit, we've given you a lot of options here as in what you can do. And if you make any mistakes or if you see things that might not look right, it's because somewhere down the line you might have done a permanent change. And you'll see how I've just marked him off. If I go back to the roster changes, if I delete it, it'll mark him back on. So that works really good. Then once you're done, press complete, takes you back to the appointment book. And that is how to use the change roster area.